Footbap Nation!
Let's ride.
Let's ride. Welcome back to another episode of the Footbaps recap. Week 10 just happened. Kind of some crazy things going on this week, I guess. Honestly, I didn't really think anything that crazy happened this week now that I'm looking at it. But obviously, we still got a jam-packed, fun-filled episode with lots of Paul action, right, Paul?
Big time.
Okay. Yeah, we're just going to get right into it. Right off the rip, we're going to look at last week's scores. The brother matchup, me versus Austin. Austin drops to 1-9. I beat Austin. Basically, I did kind of think it was funny because I started DPJ. I don't know if you know this, Paul, but do you know what Amari Cooper's done on the road this year?
No, I haven't looked at his road stats.
So this is one of the main reasons. So they were playing Miami, who has a bad pass defense, which is one reason why I was high on Donovan Peoples-Jones. But Amari Cooper on the road this season is averaging like 2.5 catches for 27 yards or something. No touchdowns. Yeah,
He's a Cleveland boy. That just proves it.
Yeah, 3 for 17 away at Carolina, 1 for 9 away at Atlanta, 3 for 74 against Baltimore, which, only 3 catches, 74 yards, pretty good. Miami, 3 for 32. So I was like,
weird.
When I said it, I was like, bro, me and Austin are going head to head Cleveland receivers. Like, this could end so bad for me. But I was honestly really confident because Amari sucks so bad on the road.
That's crazy.
Austin got screwed because Zeke was out, so he had to start Chuba, and he did fucking nothing, which is kind of what I expected. Kamara had a bad game. That was pretty nice. Devontae did Devontae things. Like I said, Amari sucks on the road. Patty Ice, that might have been Pat's worst game on the year. This game he left early. So second worst, kind of tied with his worst game. So kind of got lucky there. But then Sutton did good. Dude, honestly, this game, the way it started, I don't know. Did you watch any of the London game or no?
Yeah, I did. It was entertaining.
Or no, it was Munich. Either way, no, it sucked for me because going into the fourth quarter, Gino had 4 points, 4.5 points. Godwin had 2.5 points, but the Bucks defense had 14, so I guess they lost 6 points. It was literally 10 minutes left in the fourth, and then all of a sudden Chris Godwin caught 3 passes, scored his first touchdown of the season, had his best game of the season. I was like, what the fuck? And then Gino ended with 20 points and the Bucks defense ending with 8. And when that happened, it went from me projected to win 118 to 93 to 118 to 112. And then I was like, fuck, dude, it's really going to be a close game. And then it ended up not being close. It was kind of close. I kind of had Ayuk and Terry on Monday night. They kind of, the night games treated me well. But yeah, no, I was really scared after the morning games because I was like, dude, how could Gino and Godwin go from having 4 points to 20 points at the end of the game? It was in the fourth that they scored all their points. I was pissed off. Honestly, when Devontae caught a long touchdown, I was also pissed off. But yeah, no, and now my team is just this makeshift team of waiver wire pickups essentially. DPJ off the waivers. Since everyone's gotten injured, I've lost Mike Williams. I lost, honestly, Khalil Herbert got injured. Rashad Bateman, Goddard's injured now. So I just think it's funny. Ayuk, someone dropped Ayuk and I picked him up and he's gotten me 24, 12, 17, and 10. And then Rondale, Kyle dropped him. I picked him up. He got me, 20, 11, 14. DPJ, I just picked him on myself. So my team's just a hodgepodge of fucking waiver wire pickups.
It's awesome that dropped Ayuk, funny enough. I just looked at it.
Oh, nice. Well, he only had 9 against him, so it's not really all that much. But yeah, and Austin was good at wide receiver. Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper. At the time, Sutton wasn't doing bad, I don't think. And then Godwin, and he still had Tyler Boyd at the time because right when Jabbar got hurt. Yeah, Well, I guess I could understand him like picking up a running back or whatever he did. I think he probably picked up Chuba. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, I beat Austin. Kind of the story of Austin's season. I feel like he scores between like 95 and like 105, and then just like doesn't win basically because the other teams
Mhm.
score more than him. Um, a massacre, a massacre here. Dave massacring Nick Sad.
R.I.P. Fallen soldier.
Yeah, RIP. I mean, 18 points from Daniel Jones. Remember when Nick lost by like 5 points and he started
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, who got him
Who had
like
like 7.
points? Yeah, like
Yeah.
this man just can't catch a fucking break, dude. He really can't catch a break.
And
I
then
mean, what are the odds
Jerry
that
Judy got hurt like
yeah,
right away too.
Jerry Judy got hurt, even though he's actually day to day and he like might actually play this week or next week. Like I don't think he's supposed to be out that long, surprisingly enough. But yeah, Dave got 30 points from Justin Jefferson, and when that happened, it was over.
Yep.
Like that was pretty much it. Yeah, Kirk scoring 27 was kind of bullshit, but like whatever. The second that Justin Jefferson got 30 points, it was fucking over. Like, so Dave gets a win. Congrats on the win, Dave. Austin and Nick both at 1-9. Kyle, I don't think this was an upset. Me and Paul actually, or I found a way to look at like the game lines, which just comes down to what you're like projected at. Which now I think about it, some teams probably haven't set their lineup, so those lines are going to look crazy. But this is like, I think this is what the game was projected to be.
We can see if you
Wait,
scroll down a little,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can see
wait,
the
wait,
yeah.
wait a second. That's almost exact. Kyle was projected to win 125, well, 126 basically. I'm going to round up. Kyle was projected to win 126 to 117, and he won 127 to 115. Almost exactly
crazy.
what the projections are. Yeah, right when I saw this score, I was like, this is like what it was projected to be. That's fucking crazy. So this game turned out exactly as I guess we kind of thought. To be honest, like I thought that Kyle was going to win by more. Like I thought Kyle was going to put up like 150 because I legitimately thought Tyreek Hill was going to have at least 175 receiving yards, and I thought Austin Eckler would score 2 touchdowns like he does like every single week. So he didn't even get that out of them and still put up 127, and that's on the back of Pollard and Deontay Foreman scoring 20 points each, and Gabe Davis actually did something for once, so that's good also. But yeah, Kyle beats Steve. That's crazy. Kyle's officially passed Steve, which I think even though Steve started off slowly, he was ahead of Kyle this whole year. So that's like the turning of the tides there. Gormy against Paul. What happened here? Oh yeah, Cooper Kupp got fucking hurt. But either way, oh no, this was the CeeDee Lamb game. For anyone that doesn't remember, Paul last week traded. Oh man, okay, wait. This goes back to actually Steve's game. All right, we got to do a little combining game like look over.
Olave only had like 5 points, dude. I would have lost.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So Paul and Steve last week they traded.
But
Paul
actually,
traded. Paul traded Olave and Justin Fields to Steve, and
I would
Steve
have started
traded
Fields though, for sure.
Right. Well,
the
no. This is more for Steve's sake. Steve got fucked. I'm not saying you got fucked. So you traded Olave and Fields to Steve, who gave you CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb got you 32.5 points. And then Steve made that trade thinking like, hey, Justin Fields might miss some time. And this is what I said last week was I was like, Justin Fields might not, or Josh Allen might not miss time. He didn't miss this week. So he played Josh Allen, who got 20 points. And then he benched Justin Fields, who got fucking 40. And then, yeah, this is kind of what I was saying. Like, one of you guys or both of you guys could end up getting fucked. Now, it doesn't look like you're getting fucked with CeeDee Lamb. Like, CeeDee Lamb could definitely come back down to earth. That might be the best game of CeeDee Lamb's entire career.
Yeah, pretty sure it was. Yeah.
It's funny how that happens. I remember a few years ago, me and me and Mike made a trade. I traded him Mark Andrews, and he traded me Tyler Lockett. And I don't know if you remember, but the very first week that I had Lockett from Mike, he scored like 46 points on Thursday night. And that was like the best game of Tyler Lockett's career. And then he sucked after that horribly. And he like dragged my team down to the ground. But yeah, so I think so. Steve would have won if he played Justin Fields over Josh Allen, which makes it interesting this week, Paul. Do you think he's going to start Fields over Josh Allen this week against the Browns?
It's supposed to be super heavy snow, so I feel like he probably will.
Damn,
If that snow
dude.
stuff
What
picks up.
happens if Josh Allen drops 30 and Fields drops 18? Then Steve may have just created the biggest fantasy headache of all time
True.
for himself with that trade. This is what I was afraid of though. If Josh Allen misses time, then you just have two really good quarterbacks and you won't know who to start.
Yeah.
And then for you is basically if Dak doesn't do well. Dak did pretty good, 19 points.
He's
Um
not bad.
Either way,
I like
poor Steve. If Steve started Justin Fields, he would have won. But who would have projected that? I guess. I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't know. To be honest, I think no, I think I would have been too afraid to start. Regardless of being afraid of Josh Allen's injury, I think I probably still would have played Josh Allen because I'd be like, dude, I'd feel so stupid if Josh Allen scored 30 points and I lost.
Right.
So I don't think there's anything he could have done there. But Paul beats Gormy, an East versus East division classic. 32 points from CeeDee Lamb, the Paul Luck strikes. Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
he got a Tua in there in place of Lamar. I mean, that's two guys. So Gorman and Steve both I think have kind of weird situations where they have two quarterbacks playing at similar levels. So it's going to be like who the fuck do I start every week, which sucks. That's what I have at a worse level, which is Justin Herbert and Kirk Cousins both suck, and I have to decide who to start every week out of the two of them. But yeah, anything stick out to you here? Cup getting injured really sucks for Mike. Is there anything I
It's
missed?
tough. I just remember on the Sunday night game with Kittle and Palmer, they combined for what is that, 7, 8 points?
Yeah.
So
So
I
that
got
was that
pretty lucky
Gorman's
there.
last hope.
He was like projected to we were at like 50-50, like it was close going into the Sunday night. And if they had like their normal games, he would have been up for my Eagles defense to have to score a couple points or
To
whatever.
be
But
honest, though, what is
it is
a
shit.
George Kittle? I almost said Greg Kittle, and then I laughed at myself for making a mistake that I didn't make. What is a George Kittle? Yeah, George Kittle was scoring in double digits. I just remember these games, so I was thinking what is a George Kittle normal game? But yeah, you're right. He did have some good games in there.
And Palmer had a good game last week.
Yeah, Palmer had a good
So
game and then sucked this past week, but yeah, Gormy drops. Paul is 7-3, still in first in the East, which is I just don't think anyone was going to catch up to that still. This was our game of the week, I believe. Ended up being a barn burner. Dewey barely wins by Mike, but it makes it look closer than it actually was. For anyone that was paying attention, Dewey went into this game up 105 to 101 with AJ Brown left to play, and then AJ Brown fucking scored 1 point. So I was going into this thinking so Dewey's gonna
yeah,
win 118 to
120.
101.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I remember thinking oh my god, Mike, if Mike could Mike have made any different changes to it? Nah, no other changes would have. Oh, I guess Thielen over Juju, but who would have done that? Juju got hurt. That's the only reason why he did so bad. Zach Ertz got hurt in this game too. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious that I was like, Mike almost got lucky again. Imagine if Mike was up by 2 points and then AJ Brown scored 1 point, the worst game of his career.
They were
Oh my
trying. They were
god.
trying so hard. The fantasy gods were there
Yeah,
for
they
Mike.
they were to be honest, you know what would have been crazy? What if how Devontae Smith lost 16 yards and a fumble on the last play
Oh
of the
yeah.
game? What if that was AJ Brown and then let's see, and then Dewey lost that? I don't
Yeah,
think
that'd be
I
like
don't.
-4 almost.
Yeah,
Almost
it
there,
would
but
be close. It wouldn't be there, but that would have been hilarious. Um, yeah, DeAndre Swift still putting up 7.7, even though he's barely. Oh, because he
had
scored a touchdown.
one rush for a touchdown. That was it.
He also got stuffed once, I saw too, because I have him in another league that I've been decimated by injuries. I had Javonte Williams, Brees Hall, Mike Williams, I'd like 2 other guys. I've had like 5 of the guys that I drafted get hurt, guys that were like doing well for me. So I had to play DeAndre Swift because I had no one else to play. And I remember seeing him do this like shitty jump into the end zone and get stuff. And I was like, dude, what is he doing out there? So I guess Swift might have almost had 2 touchdowns. But yeah, Patterson let Mike down. That's a tough pill to swallow. But
Right.
Dewey wins a quote unquote close game here. Um, did anything happen like Monday night that like either of these guys have anything? Oh, he had
No.
McCaffrey. He had McCaffrey on Sunday night.
Yeah. And
Is
the
that it?
defense too.
And Juju,
But
which no, Juju wasn't Sunday night. I'm thinking they're on this Sunday night. Regardless, yeah, I guess yeah. I just feel like it was never really in question to me. Like I knew Christian McCaffrey and AJ Brown were gonna combine for like 20 points minimum. Now they didn't, but like who would have seen that coming from AJ Brown?
Yeah.
So Mike loses to Dewey. Dewey's on like a hot streak, I think. We're gonna check out the standings. I kind of want to see what streaks people are on and stuff. Who's losing a ton of games, who's winning a ton of games, and we're gonna check the standings now. So, oh, by the way, right off the rip, I'm projected 45% chance to make the playoffs. Before the Goddard news dropped, see Steve's at 58%. Those percentages were flipped. Goddard got hurt, and they were basically like, "Yeah, he's not making the play." That hurts so
That's
bad,
tough.
dude. I can't believe that happened. He was doing so good for me. Paul's in first at 7-3, first in the East at 7-3, and Dave's in first in the West at 7-3. I'm in second in the East, 5-5. Gorman in third, 4-6. Austin and Nick at the bottom of the East, both at 1-9. I'm 2 games behind Paul. Gorman's 3 games behind Paul. Paul's pretty much got this thing locked up unless he loses 3 straight, and like I win 3 straight, or if he loses 4 straight and Gorman wins 4 straight. Like it's Paul's got a first round bye already locked up.
Got the good matchup this week too.
Oh yeah, that's one thing we need to talk about is Paul basically every week plays someone that's decimated by injuries or decimated by bye weeks. Like every single week, somehow, some way, he just plays someone. Like when I played Austin, like I think when you played Austin, he had a shit ton of buys and stuff, right? Wasn't he like kind of fucked?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it was Austin because then this week when I was playing him, I remember being like, what the fuck? Austin's like full strength, and then you got to play him when he had like no one last week. I think if it wasn't you, then it was someone else. Either way, in the West, Dewey's in second at 7-3, Mike is in third at 7-3, Kyle's in fourth at 6-4, and Steve is in fifth at 5-5. That's crazy that Kyle is a 91% chance to make the playoffs. That's crazy. I wonder what his schedule looks like the rest of the way. Yeah.
Yeah, just 1 game off. That's crazy.
Like he must have like a really easy schedule from here on out. I'm just gonna look real quick. Dewey, that's a tough matchup. Dave, that's a tough matchup. Yeah, Kyle's locked in because he ends on Mike and Nick, and like I think that those are both going to be wins for Kyle. So Kyle's locked in at 8 wins, no matter what. 8 wins minimum.
Between you and Steve.
Yeah, and Gorman. Gorman scored like 100 more points than both of us. So if Gorman even ties our record, like he's gonna get in. I can't believe those first 3 weeks are carrying Gorman this hard. He's got 100 more points than me.
I know, right? Look at me and Dave are 1 point off. Remember, like 2 years ago, I lost the most scored on by 0.5.
I wonder if
dumb shit ever.
I wonder if was it? I think it was this year, right? Oh, look at the third place. This man went 12-1 and got third place. 12-1. Oh my god, this is too good. Okay, wait. Yeah, let's check if this shows points. Dave outscored Paul by half a point the year that Paul went 12-2. So Paul didn't get like how much? It's got to be $50, right? For most scored.
It was.
So Paul was highest scoring the whole year, by the way, for context here. Dave came out like last second. I mean, what was this a last week thing? No, 107.5, 110. So this was close going into week 13. When did it start getting close? Because I remember you murdering. It must have been this week 12.
My last few weeks, I had like everyone was getting hurt and shit. I was falling apart.
Yeah, he outscored you by 30 week 12. and then he outscored you. No, he didn't
No, he
outscore you.
didn't.
It was
There
it
we
was
go.
like that. It was like
The
that
last
30-point
2 weeks,
week.
dude. Yeah.
No, the
That
last week he
last
only
2 weeks.
outscored you by 3. I looked. It was this week 12 where he outscored you by
Yeah.
34. Like that's actually what did you in, dude. That's fucking crazy. So yeah, that's
Oh.
the context there between the Dave and Paul scoring rivalry. Is that Paul should have won the highest score this year. This year, though, this season that we're talking about, this was 2 years ago. Paul didn't make any trades the whole year. He had guys that were clearly gonna like fail eventually, and he just stuck
Will
with it.
Fuller.
Todd Gurley, no, Todd
Will
Gurley was
Fuller,
the main
dude.
one,
Yeah, him too.
and James Conner. It was like guys that were
Mhm.
like they were like scoring a ton of touchdowns but being very inefficient and in bad offenses, and I remember being like, shouldn't you trade Todd Gurley or something? And Paul, you were like, I'm too afraid to trade, and so you kept them, and then they ended up sucking, and I was like, you could have done so well this year. That's crazy. Either way, that's hilarious that Dave is now ahead of you by 1 point in this scoring this year. So
Familiar territory.
yeah, so Paul's or Dave is highest scorer, Nick's least highest scorer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see the streaks. So Kyle's won 3 straight. That's a huge like he was 3-4 and then he won 3 straight. That's kind of fucking crazy. You're on a 2-game win streak, Dave on a 2-game win streak, me and Paul, me and Dave or me and Dewey with 1 game, and then Austin's on a 6-game losing streak and Nick's on a 5-game losing streak. Steve's on a 2-game losing streak, but I'm pretty sure Steve plays Nick or something this week, so Steve's gonna get a win this week. This week is actually like giant for me personally because I play Gorman. I have to beat Gorman because I can't have the same record as him if he wins the tiebreaker. Yeah. And Steve's gonna win no matter what this week. So I need to win just to like have the same record as Steve basically. That's been the story of this whole year for me though, is like I feel like I had a stretch where it was like I played like it was like Dewey. Oh shit. It was like I think it started with you. It might have started with Gorman beating me like 180 to 120. It was like Gorman, Paul, Dewey, Mike, which I lost. I should have won that game, but like Dave, Kyle, even Austin's team isn't like bad, you know? Like I had a stretch where I fucking played like 5 straight guys that were like scoring points. I didn't have any games in there against easy teams, so that sucked. But yeah, most moves in the league, Paul. Nice. Kyle's made a lot of moves. Kyle makes a lot of like like nothing moves that fuck me over. Like this week he picked up a kicker that he got from me, or like some weeks he'll pick up like some random like backup running back that he drops the next week that I was actually
he
like
picks up and drops people all the time.
Yeah, well it's always like guys that I'm looking at that I put $0 in and then he puts money in and gets them and then 2 weeks later they're off his team and I'm like, what the hell is going on over there? So yeah, projected playoff bracket if the season ended today, because this isn't really the projected playoff bracket, because like I said, Steve should probably make it over me, and I feel like I'll probably lose to Gorman. But right now, Dave and Paul have bye weeks. Kyle versus Mike in the first round. I think that one's probably like locked in. Like Steve versus Mike, or Steve versus Mike. Kyle versus Mike, I think is going to happen in the first round no matter what, just based on record and like, I don't know. I could be wrong about that. And then me versus Dewey in the first round. Losers is Gorman versus Steve, and then Nick versus Austin as of right now. Let's check out where ESPN has us projected. This is also so tragic because I was projected to finish 5th when I had Goddard, and then I lost him and I moved down to fucking 7th. Goddard changed like everything this season. Like any hope that I felt like I had has kind of been like lost. It's really fucked up. Paul's projected to finish 1st. Dave's projected to finish 2nd. Dewey 3rd. Kyle 4th. Steve 5th. Yeah, me and Steve just basically flipped, and then Mike 6th, and then I'm at 7th, Gorman 8th, Austin 9th, and Nick at 10th, which remember before they keep flipping Austin and Nick who they think is going to finish last, but I think I got my money on Nick finishing last because Austin's
There's
got
no
like a
way. Yeah.
hundred. Austin's got like 100 more points than him. Like if they keep the same record, like
Mhm.
maybe I'm going crazy, but so that
Nick's team is
is
in shambles.
yeah, Nick got fucked, dude. So that's that. Now we're gonna check out the waiver wires that have gone down. I don't think anything interesting really happened. You dropped Isaiah Pacheco on Thursday.
For my
Dave
boy.
picked up Cairo Santos. Yeah, I wouldn't really say any of these. Dave got Daniel Jones on Sunday, played him. You guys already saw that. I don't think anything here is really like all that interesting, to be
Oh,
honest.
the Komet drop for Foster, dude. I could add more points. Could be past Dave right now.
Yeah. If you play Cole Kmet instead of Foster Moreau. Either way, let's get to the what? What the fuck is this? I thought it said Paul dropped DJ Moore straight up. I was like, what? Okay, so Paul, for anyone
Unlikely to
anyone
trade.
that's interested, Paul DJ Moore is likely to be traded by Paul. So send your offers into Paul.
Got knocks at the door. Many in line. Get him in
For
quick.
just to preface this by saying Baker Mayfield is now the starter again. This is what DJ Moore did with Baker as starter: 6, 12, 2, 9, 8, 2, and then then PJ Walker started. DJ Moore was a disaster with Baker. That'd be hilarious if someone actually gave you a solid offer though. Let's see. Mike adds Jimmy Garoppolo. He also adds Michael Gallup and drops Zach Ertz, RIP Zach Ertz. I think he's actually out for the year. Like Goddard, that's the thing that also sucks about Goddard is that he's not out for the year. Like he's out for like 4 weeks, which means I have to fucking keep him on my roster. Then Kyle adds the Commanders defense. Dewey adds Gus Edwards. I added Isaiah Pacheco. Did not think I was going to get Isaiah Pacheco. Like, did you see what he did this weekend? I mean, I know he fumbled, but
Edward, yeah, I just Edwards Hilaire had 0 carries, which is funny, and then
I know
McKissick gets all the passing stuff though. So that's the
McKinnon.
only doubt. Whatever, they're the same person. But,
Yeah, they basically are. Which is, but
yeah,
no, but am I like I didn't think I thought that someone was going to put in like $10 to $15 on Pacheco because if I had the money to do it, I probably would have. But I dropped $2 as kind of like maybe I'll fucking get him, and I did. I got Dawson Knox to hopefully replace Goddard. Dewey added Drake London. Man, have fun, Dewey. Dave was not having fun with Drake London at all. Kyle added Brett Maher. That's who I tried picking up for $0, and I was like, well, what the fuck, man? Like, so now I have to pick up some other shitter. Kyle also added Christian Watson. This is what I mean. I'm telling you, dude. He picked up AJ Dillon like literally last week, and then he immediately dropped him. Kyle's the king of picking up and dropping guys immediately, like a little kid that gets a new toy and then he's like, I don't fucking like you anymore, and then goes back to like a different toy. This is probably the biggest news right now. I've actually been waiting for this to happen for a while, mainly because Kyle had Gerald Everett. I really don't know why. Maybe Gerald Everett's like fully out this week. Either way, Kyle picked up Cole Kmet for $7, and he finally dropped Kyle Pitts. So he can finally rid himself of Kyle Pitts. Worst part about it, though, is with Goddard out, I actually think that I might be desperate enough that I might pick him up. But at this point, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm going to do about tight end. Paul owns Mark Andrews, but he's been telling me that he's very interested in adding Kyle Pitts.
Just because when I see a guy who's drafted high, I just pick him up just because I'm like, all right, maybe they'll go back to their projected ways, but 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. But it's always
okay. So if you looked at these stats, take the name out of the player, Paul. If you looked at these stats, would you be interested in this player?
Highly.
For anyone not watching, Kyle Pitts has literally hit 30 yards I think once this year, right? One time,
It's twice, but like
twice this year. Yeah.
such like a large margin of like difference, but
Yeah, it's
still
like
like his
80,
average.
80 yards
Yeah.
twice. 19, 19, 25, 19, 9, 27, 28. Yeah, it sucks, dude. Tight end is such a horrible position right now. What time do the Bengals play?
Are they Sunday?
They got to be Sunday. I think they're. I
Yeah,
just
they're
am
Sunday.
wondering if they're 1 o'clock. I actually have something I want to ask you about. Should we move
Oh, it's
waivers?
4:30.
Should
The
we move
fuck?
waivers to 12 p.m.? Because I was thinking about it at one a few
Yeah, it's like
weeks ago.
closer
Well, just
to 1
because.
p.m. You know.
Yeah, well, not only that, but like injury reports come out at 11:30 a.m. And remember, I got fucked over 2 weeks ago because I didn't. I was waiting to get the Packers report, and that's when I realized they don't come out till 11:30. And so I had to start Dobbs, and he got hurt, and then I lost to Kyle by 4 and shit. And I didn't even want to start Dobbs. There were like 3 other guys that I was like that I would have played if I knew that Christian Watson and Lazard were playing. So I'm just thinking, don't you think it makes more sense to set it back to 12? That way you can get like injury reports and then like start
Mm,
guys.
makes sense.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
in support of it.
yeah, because in my mind I'm like, "Oh shit, Paul's got Mark Andrews. Now I'm picking up Isaiah Likely on Sunday afternoon and I get to fucking play him. Fuck you, Paul."
Makes sense.
No, but actually though, I was thinking about it. I don't think it makes sense to do it 11 a.m. with that
Yeah.
information, but I don't
No,
know.
yeah. I
Uh
agree.
oh no, the oh no, that's Irv Smith. Yeah, they do play at one. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
Pittsburgh and Cincy is 4:30 for some reason.
really, that's really
Kind of weird.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
Actually, that makes no sense. Um, did I forget anything? Oh yeah, preview this week. All right, this week's matchups. Um, First of all, let's check the lines, which are just going to be scuffed because people haven't started. So, yeah, because Gorman hasn't set his lineup, I'm a 40-point favorite right now. Since Austin hasn't set his lineup, these lines are
I'm
scuffed,
a
man.
55-point
No
favorite.
one's, no one set their line. So
Except Dewey and Kyle.
we're gonna ignore the lines. Yeah, Dewey and Kyle is. This is the only line we can go off of. Kyle's a 1.9 point favorite. Who in this matchup, Paul? Who do you think you'd take with that on that line? Would you
Hold on, let
take
me
Dewey plus 1.9 or Kyle minus 1.9?
pulling up their actual starters right now on my screen. I'll go with Kyle.
Okay, he's taking the favorite.
Yep.
All right, so first up, me versus Gorman. Gorman last time beat me, so it was 180. Oh shit, I clicked on the last matchup, I think. Last time me and Gorman played, he beat me 172 to 110, basically 111. And yeah, Gorman hasn't set his lineup yet, but he'll have Lamar in, who's projected like 25, 22. And then Cooper Cup he has in, so he'll put in whoever the fuck. So Gorman, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be me projected. Oh, I don't have a kicker yet, so. And also, who knows if Mike Williams is even going to play? I just have him in right now because he's projected points. Um,
Hmm.
so I'll be projected probably like 118, 119, and Gorman will be projected probably like 110, I'd say, because he's going to get someone in at this spot, and then Lamar 22. So me and Gorman are going to be projected to finish close again. I'm not feeling like all that confident at all. One of the main reasons I'm not feeling confident is because he has DeAndre Hopkins on Monday night and George Kittle on Monday night. I, I,
Yeah.
I've already seen this play out one too many times
Anything
in
could
my
happen.
life. Anything can happen, as in like every time I go into a Monday, like I literally get genuinely afraid when my opponent has anyone in on Monday night. Like if I'm not up by 50 going into Monday night, I'm not gonna feel safe at all because I've I was up by what 32 and a half when Zach Ertz scored 33 on Monday night against me that one year. Like
Hmm.
literally anything can happen. So I'm not feeling great about this. We got Steve versus Austin. Yeah, so this is going to be an easy dub for Steve. Steve's going to improve to 6-5. He is starting Fields over Josh Allen this week. Which you said there was a major snowstorm, so I guess that's probably the right move. Um, yeah. I don't think Steve really has any buys. He does have Waddle and DK Metcalf on buy, but it doesn't look like it really matters. He's projected a shit ton of points. Yeah, Austin hasn't set his lineup yet, but he's starting Aaron Rodgers, and that's never really a good move. Do you know if Zeke's gonna play this week? Limited
He's just
participant.
listed as questionable. So
Yeah, so maybe he'll have Zeke. Maybe he fucking won't, dude. I don't know. If he
Tony
doesn't
Pollard
have
looks
Zeke,
so
then I
good,
guess
though.
he's literally gonna start Chuba Hubbard. I think this is one of the shittiest parts about this is that I kind of need Steve to lose, and I'm pretty sure Austin just isn't trying anymore. So I think Austin's gonna keep the. I talked to Austin on the phone, and he literally was like, I don't want to drop the Bucks defense, so I might just run no defense this week. And I was like, that's really shitty, dude, because you're just giving Steve the win. Not that like Steve doesn't already have the win, basically, but like I can at least hope that whatever defense Austin plays gets like lucky as fucking drops like 15 points or something, and maybe something good happens. But that's looking like that's already decided. I would be shocked if Steve beat Austin. Or if Austin beat Steve, that'd be a major upset. Even major of an upset would be if Paul lost to Nick. Spoiler alert, it's literally 0% chance of happening. So Paul's going to get a win against Nick this week. Do you have any buys this week?
Me, I got ETN. That's it.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, how lucky would it have been if you played Nick on a week that like you had what if you had like Joe Mixon and like Diggs and Lamb on a buy or something, but you played Nick and it was like, oh shit, you just got lucky as hell. This is our game of the week. We're gonna skip that for now. We're gonna go Kyle versus Dewey. This is a West-West matchup. Man, Kyle can even the score with Dewbag this week. Dewbag playing with fire, starting DeAndre Swift every week, but I don't think he really has anyone else to start unless Gus Edwards plays.
Gus, yeah.
Maybe he'll start Gus.
He might. Kadarius Toney only projected 4 points. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
That's really weird. That's got to just not be updated yet. If I had to guess,
they're stuck in this Giants.
They'll move up to him being projected like 9.1 or something. If I had to guess, like they're not going to overcorrect it, but they're going to correct it. So Dewey should be projected more. But yeah, this is anything jump out at you in the Dewey versus Kyle matchup. Dewey won the last matchup, so Kyle's looking for revenge. There's the revenge narrative.
Cole Kmet questionable.
Yeah, he didn't practice
the
today.
Elite tight end.
Yeah.
Pickup. But and then Tyreek Hill on buy is very hard. So I mean, honestly, I think I might change my answer from before. I'd go with Dewey.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a weird feeling that Austin Eckler's going to score 30 points this week. I'm not even joking. I have a really. If it's in the snow though with Gabe Davis, because I was going to say if it wasn't in the snow, Gabe Davis is catching a 90-yard touchdown.
Playing home. Oh, you're talking about the Bills. Never mind.
Yeah. No. You said in the snow that it was going to snow, so I'm saying if it wasn't if it wasn't snowing, Gabe Davis would catch a 90-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Edwards or Eckler, not Edwards.
Either way, this is going to be a close one. I really can't pick someone to win. I think that I would pick Dewey to win this one, but it's tough, dude. You never know. Never know what's going to happen. Now on to our game of the week. The two Titans of the West, first and second in the West. We're gonna pretend like
previous matchup.
We're gonna pretend like Mike's second in the West because it feels like he should at 7-3, but he scored so little points that he's actually lost a tiebreaker. So Dave versus Mike, game of the week. I don't think Mike has his lineup. Okay, Mike does have his lineup set, but he's projected to get killed. What? Wait, what? What is happening?
Nobody.
Wow.
Man.
What is happening?
To do. He's
got Evans, Lockett, Jeff Wilson, Brady, Trevor. He's rostering 3 quarterbacks for some reason.
He's got both on by.
Either way, this is the revenge narrative. Last time Mike snuck away with a slimy little fucking Mike Lipka fucking W by nothing. What happened in it? Was there a Monday Night Miracle on this one? What the fuck happened in this game? Let's see. He had Carson Wentz get him 8 points. He won. This has to be. I wish I could remember like when games
Patterson,
were.
I
Oh
guess.
my God, Justin Jefferson with his worst game of his
And
career.
Montgomery with one
Montgomery
against
with one.
Houston. Houston's shit ass run off
This is
defense.
hilarious. That this was the
Oh
last
man.
time they played. Dave is out for revenge. I think Dave might be a lock this week to win.
But it is Mike. See,
It
it's
is
definitely gonna
Mike.
be within 3 points at
Yeah,
least. Either
it's
way.
Mike, so it's going to be a close game. But on paper, it feels like he should get dominated. But I'm with you. I think
Yeah.
Mike. I think this is going to be a close game just because it's Mike. We've been betting against Mike all year, and he just keeps. If he doesn't win it close, he loses it close. So be ready for this one. Dave versus Mike, game of the week. Dave wants to stay in first. Mike wants to jump to first. This should be a good one. Any upset you got going on here? I think the only
Um.
upset would be
Yeah. The
maybe
most.
Austin.
Yeah. I was gonna say the most
Unless,
reasonable
I would
one I could
say
see happening.
I'd say Gorman, but I think when Gorman sets his lineup, I'm going to be favorited by only like 4 points. So I don't know if it's really an upset.
Yeah. I
Who
wouldn't.
who else?
Yeah.
Oh well, you know
Uh.
what? Mike also. Mike is a safe little upset pick too because he just keeps the games close. He keeps them close. So like I think an upset is when guys are projected to lose by like 10 or more. I don't think
Yeah.
that it counts if I'm only projected to win by like 5.
Mike's projected to lose by 21,
Yeah, and
but
Austin's
that
projected to
never
lose
stopped
by
him.
like 19. Yeah, no, being projected to lose never stopped Mike before. Game of the week, Mike versus Mike versus Dave. Uh and Dave is out for blood. He's out for revenge. Those are the matchups for this upcoming week though, right? I think that's
Yeah.
it. All right, so let's go through the scores now, right? I didn't miss anything.
Nope.
All right,
We're right
so
on track.
so I didn't get a chance to write down like all of the matchups and who we picked and who we didn't pick, but Paul took a 3-game lead. The Panthers beat the Falcons. That's one thing Paul called, and then the Commanders beat the Eagles. That's another thing Paul called. So
Upset.
yeah,
Proud of
the
myself for that one.
Commanders have now fucked me 3 times. They now lost a game they should have won that fucked me. They won a game they should have lost, which fucked me, and now they've won a game they should have lost again, which fucked me. So actually, that's the 3 games right there. That is the 3-game
My
difference is
Commanders.
the fucking Commanders.
I can't go against them now.
I can't believe these guys, dude. But we're gonna get into this week's
I
matchup,
love them.
starting with a close one. I think right off the rip, Titans Packers. It's in Green Bay. Who are you taking?
This one's hard because like the Packers just. I mean, they shouldn't have won that. Honestly,
Yeah.
the Cowboys just fell apart clearly. But could go either way. Packers could go back to being shit. Titans could just be mid like they have been and just get victories that way. I still don't think they're good. I'm never gonna say it. But
I
I
won't
think
make
the
you
Packers
say
are
it.
picking it back up. Yeah, I think the Packers will win this.
Yeah, this is really
They're gonna
tough
keep it
because
up.
like it's tough because if the Packers would have lost that last week, I would have no question picked the Titans.
Yeah, right.
No question picked the Titans. But they won, and now I've just got this weird feeling that like the Packers are like back on track. Another reason is I think the Packers have a decent run defense, and all the Titans can do is run. And the Packers have the Titans have like the worst pass defense in the NFL. So I'm like, I feel like this is gonna be like Aaron Rodgers is gonna do good. I'm taking the Packers, especially because it's in Lambeau, so it's like that kind of adds some more to it. I really wish that the Packers lost last week because I would have picked the
Yeah.
Titans no matter what. Another close one in my opinion again is Bears Falcons. It's in Atlanta. Who are you taking?
I don't know why. I'm surprised Atlanta's favorited in that, but I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Whoa. I wish you would have picked I know you like the Falcons, so I kind of wish you would have picked the Falcons. Cuz I'm picking the Bears. That's kind of obnoxious. I'm actually kind of pissed at you for that. I thought this was going to be a Paul because you fucking love the Falcons. I just thought
No,
you
I
were going to.
don't.
You've
Why do
picked
I like
You've
them?
picked them all year. You picked them over the Chargers.
I picked the Panthers over them last week when
I'm
they were
about.
favorited. You know.
I'm about to go through. I'm about to go through the Falcons schedule and see which games you picked. Yeah, you picked them against the Saints.
Oh, that was when I was like, the Saints are elite. Nonsense. I definitely got that one.
You definitely picked them over Seattle, but they won that game, so good pick. I know you picked them over Bucks.
No
You
way.
picked them. You did pick them over the Bengals.
Oh
Remember?
yeah,
You
that's right.
picked
That
them
was
over
my
the
crazy
Bengals, the
upset.
Chargers. You're out here acting like you don't love the Falcons. You fucking
I don't
love
love
the
them.
Falcons,
I think
dude.
they are mid.
We're both picking the Bears. It seriously wouldn't surprise me if the Falcons won it. I mean, this is a toss-up game to me either way. So, Browns, Bills. Who you taking?
Bills. Moving on.
Yeah,
It's
Bills.
over.
Yeah, if we would have like played the Dolphins close, I think we would have been like, hey, maybe the Browns could win this, but no,
Yeah.
that was embarrassing.
Season's over.
Yeah, 41.5 over under. That's so low. I mean, because there's supposed to be the
Yeah.
snow and shit. Lions, Giants. Home game for the Giants. Who are you taking?
Lions just had a sneaky upset.
I'm
But
I'm gonna take the Giants in this.
yeah. I
This
don't
is
think the Lions can do it.
I actually was so like sure that you were gonna pick the Lions. I actually wrote that in for you, but then you said the Giants. I obviously I changed it, but I really thought you were gonna pick the Lions in that one. Yeah, I think that the Lions like used their upset now. Like you can't pick them to upset 2 weeks in a row. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Um.
Definitely stick with the Giants.
Okay, Eagles, Colts in Indianapolis. Who are you taking?
Definitely the Eagles. After losing, I think the pressure's off them now. They can play freely.
Look,
To,
look, I'm picking
know.
I'm picking the Eagles, but hear me out. Don't be surprised if the Colts win this one, Paul.
No chance.
I'm not
I don't
man
believe
enough
it.
to I'm not man enough to pick them, but
I
I
don't believe it
actually
for a
think
second.
that Jeff Saturday has something cooking up over there, dude. He has something cooking up. Matt Ryan's back under center. Let's ride.
John
Jets.
Taylor is playing better though. That is
Johnny
true.
Taylor. Shotgun Taylor. Jets Patriots. It's in Foxborough. Who are you taking?
Patriots. They just have their number every week that they play them. So no matter
Yeah,
what,
I
I'd
think
pick
it would be
Patriots.
closer if it wasn't a home game. I'm taking Patriots, but if it was in New Jersey, I think I might think about it. I still probably would take the Patriots because I'm too scared to pick against Belichick against like a shitty quarterback. Wow, Rams Saints, the shit bowl. Who you taking? Do we know if Stafford's playing?
This is so bad. There's no way. I'd be very surprised. He was like a close decision last week.
Oh,
So
so
he
you
has to
think
be
he is
playing.
going to play? Was a full participant Wednesday and is
Yeah,
expected to
there
play.
we
Okay,
go.
so they're gonna have
So yeah, I'm
Staff
gonna
Daddy.
say, but they don't have Cup, his favorite dump off 15 fucking catches a game receiver. So I don't know what he's gonna do there. And is the Saints defense elite? I still can't figure that out yet. So
They just gave up 20 to the Steelers, so I don't know.
I'll go with the Rams.
Yeah, I got to go with the Rams, and it's because like I think the Rams suck, but I also think the Saints really suck. So with Andy Dalton under center, they really suck. I just can't pick them. All right, Panthers, Ravens. I'm picking Ravens. It's in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's
No,
too
you
easy.
thought about that one. Wait, you thought about that
No,
one. I
I
heard
can't.
that. I heard that. All right,
Baker back under center? No way.
Texans, Commanders, Paul. This is
Wow, my two favorite teams. This hurts.
No, we already passed the Falcons. That's one of your two
come
favorite
on.
teams.
Commanders, I can't go against them anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
gotta
think
stick with it.
I think I'm picking the Commanders here because I want them to win so badly. I just want the Commanders to win this one, dude. I want the Commanders to make the playoffs. Like I don't know why they're just like
They're cool.
there's something about Taylor Heineke, dude. I just like watching him play quarterback because he's so like not good, but like I don't know. He's just all over the place. I love it.
Yeah,
Denver versus Oakland Raiders Broncos. It's in
Mid-bowl.
Denver. Yeah, this is a mid-off for
Mid-bowl.
sure. Who are you taking?
Last time they played the Raiders, I started Russell, and
Yeah, and he got like
popped
30
the fuck
points.
off.
Yeah, he got like
so
30.
I'm gonna think he's gonna. That's his only team he can play well against. So I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm picking the Broncos because I fucking hate the Raiders because they suck.
Mhm.
Also mainly because it's in Denver. If it was in Vegas, I think I would pick the Raiders actually. Wow, Cowboys
Ooh,
Vikings.
That's a good one.
Dallas is a
Shit.
favorite in this one, Paul. Ooh.
Vikings shouldn't have won last week, that's for sure. But Cowboys shouldn't have lost last week.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Damn it! I don't. Yeah.
That's a hard one.
I just think the Cowboys are a better team. I feel like it was so fluky that the Vikings won that. I'm picking the Cowboys for now. I might come back to it though. It is in Minneapolis, but I might come back to it. All right, Bengals Steelers. Who are you taking? It's in Pittsburgh.
Go with the Bengals. I don't know. Steelers, I just think they're horrible still. I can't get on the ride that
I
they can
wish
actually
I
win good
wish the
games.
Steelers were just like average this year because I'd love to pick
Mhm.
them right here, but I gotta pick the Bengals. Their Bengals are coming out of bye
A
week,
bye
right?
week
Like
too, yeah.
how could I
Mhm.
pick against them?
A
Chiefs
fresh Joe Mixon. You don't want to see
Chiefs
that.
Chargers. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I think
Chargers suck.
we might have the
Fuck
same
them.
picks this week.
I thought I
I'm
got an
taking the
upset.
Niners. I'm picking the Niners in the next
Oh,
game. Niners Cardinals. Who are you taking?
I'm picking the Niners. Do we have the same ones? I'll throw in a
We have the
crazy upset here.
exact
Damn.
same picks.
All right.
Uh,
Spicing it up
uh,
a bit.
yeah, let me look at
I'm
like
going
the
with the Falcons. Fuck it.
over the Bears.
Yeah.
All right, but you're picking the
My
Falcons.
team. Yep.
Ah, I might go crazy right now. No, I can't. I can't do that. I can't do that.
The
Let
leading
me.
receiver in that game is Mooney with 450 yards and 1 touchdown on the season.
Diggs has more than double his receiving yards, and and the Bills have had their bye week, and the
Oh
Bears
man.
haven't, dude. Um, man, are there any? There's none that I really want to change all that bad, to be completely honest. I wish the fucking Packers didn't win, dude.
I know. That'd be an easy one. All the other ones are like too easy, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe the
No, they.
Rams and Saints, but
No,
that's about
I
it.
hate the Saints. I was never gonna pick the Saints. I was hoping you'd pick the Saints because it was in New Orleans. Because I fucking think the Saints suck so bad. They're terrible. They're terrible. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do I flip on Titans Packers? Do I flip?
Um, I, I
Dude,
don't know,
fuck
man. Could
this.
be a walking L.
I don't have. Uh, yeah, we'll keep it as it is, and the only game we have different is Bears Falcons. I just don't feel confident enough switching anything. Like these past few weeks, there've been a lot of games that I really could like flip back and forth on. This one is like it was crazy too because we started out Packers Titans and then Bears Falcons, and I was like, oh, they're gonna have some close ones this week. And then as we went down, I was like, oh, I literally don't think there's any close ones. Are there any lines that you like this week, Paul?
Um, well, the Rams being favored
Oh,
or not favored.
yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
confident enough in that. Like, I'm not picking the Saints because I think they suck, but I don't know if I'd put money on the Rams because I also think they suck. But
true.
let's see. Nothing really. Nothing really. Maybe Bengals -4.
You think they'd
They could win
win
by
more?
like a touchdown.
Yeah.
Um, maybe Chiefs -5.5. Honestly, they could probably win by like 10 points against the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of these are
A lot of
any
random.
lines like what are like some upsets that you're looking out for right now? Like I don't really consider the Titans winning like that much of an upset. The upsets that I would
Um,
be looking out for would be Lions over the Giants. I'm telling you,
yep.
Colts over the Eagles. I got a weird feeling about it. I got a weird
Uh,
feeling. um
maybe
Texans over the Commanders is also on upset watch. Let's be
yeah.
completely honest here.
I feel confident picking the Texans, honestly.
I
But
I also do think I'm not man enough to pick it, but I think that the Steelers at home against the Bengals that could be an upset watch one too. Um,
I think
yeah,
that's it.
yeah. I don't think there are any lines that are really sticking out to me. Any over unders that are really sticking out to me. To be honest, an over under maybe would if maybe under 39. This Rams Saints. I fucking think both those teams suck too.
Yeah.
Honestly, under 47.5 Cowboys Vikings. I could see that being more defensive, but eh, whatever. Fuck it. Uh, is there anything we're forgetting, Paul?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Yeah. So once again, we're scrolling through the games. People haven't set their lineups yet and stuff. Game of the week. Everyone get hyped. Get hyped. Dave versus Mike. Rematch. Dave revenge game incoming. Paul, is there anything else you want to let the fans know before we sign off here?
Revenge of the Piss movie coming out, starring Mike and Dave. Get ready.
Yeah, Revenge of the Piss in theaters soon. Rated PG-13. Right? Or did
Mhm.
it end up being R?
I think it's
Okay,
R for
okay, I
sure.
think it's R too because I think there's a Mike and Dave sex scene in it.
And
Um,
Mike says some choice words here and there.
yeah, Mike says a couple choice words. In fact, a line from I don't want to spoil the whole movie, but one of the lines in the movie that's one of my favorite is leading up to the sex scene between Mike and Dave who have sex with each other. Mike says, "Dave, you filthy bastard, give me a cold one." And then he goes, ha, 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 ha. And then Dave's like, "Oh, I've got a fucking cookie butter cold brew that I can give you, but that's about it." And then he pulls the cookie butter cold brew out, and his jizz is like the foam on the top. Like it's not like whipped cream. It's Dave jizz.
That was my favorite scene.
Okay. All right. Do the Cavs play tonight, Paul?
Cavs play at 8 o'clock against the Milwaukee Bucks.
All right.
Big game.
Cavs need to get a big dub. Everyone manifest a Cavs big dub. If they don't win tonight, manifest a good Cavs season. Football season's dead to me. The Browns fucking suck. So we're on to the Cavs. Everyone manifest a Cavs playoff appearance for us in the comments. Just comment down below. Say Cavs make playoffs, please, and then the prayer emoji. So yeah, that's how we're signing off. Footbap Nation. Get ready for the week.
Riding, baby.
We're fucking riding, baby. All right. Salute.
Salute.